Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. You guys know my signature is that I go straight to the point. So today I want to talk to you about how to achieve work-life balance. First thing I want to tell you about achieving work-life balance as a mom, as a woman, I don't think it's possible. That's the first truth. This balance does not exist. The reason why I decided to address up is I get a lot of DMs on this. Oh, you're a mom, you have several businesses, how are you doing it? How are you coping? Blah, blah, blah. This balance that we're looking for, it doesn't exist. Accomplishing your goals is a day-to-day process. Don't ever search for balance, okay? I would say search for happiness and harmony. Okay, so at the end of the day, what you really need is to be happy while achieving your goals. Do you understand? And obviously to achieve the goals. So to achieve your goals in a way that makes you content, that makes you happy, and sort of doesn't make any aspect of your life to suffer significantly. Okay, so don't ever tell yourself, there's no balance, because there will not be balance. Sometimes some things will suffer more than others, and those things that suffered the previous time will maybe cause the other things to suffer the next time. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. What I'm just trying to say is that some days will be better than others. Some days will be, down times, and that's just life. Even for people who don't have as much on their plate as a typical Nigerian mom would, things aren't always so perfect. But obviously introducing all these things into our lives makes it a bit more complicated, but just have it in mind, balance does not exist. So let's talk about how you can, however, manage your time effectively to make sure that you're achieving more goals in a quicker and shorter time and in a happier, or should I say more content state of mind or state of harmony. So once you accept to yourself as a person that balance does not exist and what you need is happiness, harmony, okay, then you can move forward. When I say balance does not exist, the reason why balance does not exist is that the truth is anything can freaking happen. I mean, there was freaking corona. Do you get what I'm saying? And then if you have kids, you already know that anything can happen. Your child can be sick, your day can just be off. If you live in Nigeria, NEPA can take lights. There's so many crazy things that can happen. Your car can stop. So once you have that in mind, you will not be so overwhelmed with the fact that something didn't go right. Once you have it in mind that, oh look, man, anything can happen. The day that anything does in fact happen, you won't be too wrecked by it. You won't be too upset about it. You won't grumble so much, because you'll be like, oh well, I expected the fact that anything can in fact happen. Process. I'm just going to share a couple of things that will help you in the process. You can grab a pen and a journal and let's just get right into it. So first thing is, have a strong why. Okay, have a strong reason for what you're doing. If you have a strong reason for what you're doing, it will be difficult for anything to really derail you. Even when those challenges or when those difficult, confusing things happen, they might destabilize you for a bit, but it cannot derail you completely because your why is very strong. Your reason for wanting to do is very strong. For me, let me just open up a bit. One aspect of my life that I don't play with at all is my relationship with God. Okay, so no matter how badly my day gets derailed, this is something that you can't really derail me off, because my why is strong. My why for my spending time with God is that I know that I need it. Okay, I know that when I don't spend time with God, I already know how it's going to be for the next couple of days. I already know how that day is going to go. I already know I'm going to feel a certain type of way. So my why is so strong that even when I don't feel like, or even when other things come and take up time that I want to use for that, I find a way. Even if I don't have time to sit down and actually go through the word and sit down and pray, I plug in a sermon to my ears and I do it on the way as I'm driving or whatever. Just what I'm saying, I make the most of my situation because my why is strong. A small situation cannot derail me. A small problem cannot derail me completely. Another thing you need to do is set goals. When your goals are clear, even when there's a distraction, even when there's a situation in life, when there's a trial or tribulation, because you have a goal, you have something that you're looking towards, it will be very difficult for you to go off track or for you to just completely derail. Okay, so for example, if I tell myself that my goal before the end of April is to make $1,000, Okay, that is my goal. Let's say I want to sell XYZ number of products to make $1,000 before the end of April. Even when something happens in this same April that should ordinarily make me discouraged or pull me back, because I have a goal, I have something that I'm striving towards, I'll say, okay, well, this thing has derailed me and made me uncomfortable, but today is just 4th of April. I still have 26 more days to achieve my goal. So 5th of April, I wake up and I push. Now, it's not just about setting goals, because this is a problematic area. A lot of people set goals and they dump those goals. Please like this video and share and subscribe if you're getting value right now. So let me tell you something. If you write your goals down and you just leave it, you wrote it down, so what? I can write down my phone number and just leave it. It doesn't mean anything. Your goals start to become activated when you read them every day. I have a card. I wrote my goals on that card. Every day. As soon as I finish spending time with God, I read my goals. I remind myself of all the things I want to achieve. Because I do that, it activates some sort of ginger in me that makes me want to start to do everything that I can do to achieve those goals. For some people, what they do is they do like a vision board. They put like pictures that represent what they're trying to achieve, and they put it on their wall and they read it every day. If you do a vision board or you write down your goals and you don't go back and look at it every day or every 2 days, I would say every day, to be honest, there would have been no need to do it. So write down your goals or draw out your vision board, map it out and read it every day. I read this thing in a book by Brian Tracy, Habits of Millionaires or something like that. It was a gift from my partner. Amazing book. I love that book. This guy kept explaining how the fact that he read his goal creates a sense of urgency within you, that you read it and then you find yourself asking yourself, how can I achieve these goals that I just read? I describe the kind of person I want to be at age 40. I read it every day. I remind myself so that I can constantly strive. It doesn't mean I'm perfect, but it just allows me to constantly strive to get there. Another thing is, some people wake up, they know they have 1,000 things to do, and they just have it in their head. I'm so busy today. Oh my God, I'm packed. Today is so packed. I got 1,000 things to do. You keep feeling overwhelmed by those your 1,000 things to do if you don't write down a to-do list. This is my to-do list book. Every day, I know what I'm going to do, and as I do it, I cross it out. I know that, okay, that's done. Do you understand? I have a to-do list. So for example, imagine you wake up in the morning, you read your goals. You now write down the things that you need to do that day to take you closer to achieving those goals. Okay? As you do it, you cross it off. The ones you could not do that day, you move it to the next day. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. Today, making YouTube videos has been on my to-do list for Saturday. Since Monday, I've known that on Saturday, I must shoot these YouTube videos. And as I do it, I cross it out and I feel a sense of satisfaction. So other people, they prefer to do this on their phone. You can do it on your phone. Like me, I find that when I pick my phone to do to-do list or anything or cross out to-do list, I get distracted. I see notifications on Instagram, on Twitter. So I don't even use my phone. I pick up my book. I do my to-do list usually the night before, and I'll say, okay, I was able to achieve something today, I'll move it to tomorrow. I'll add this to tomorrow, I'll do this. Cross out the ones I was able to achieve. Honestly, I can never live a life without. Do you know, you guys, like this is like a confession. Even when I'm on holiday, I have a to-do list. Today, these are the shops I'm going to go to. I want to go and get these shoes from Ferragamo. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to buy this gift from this person from Sephora or from MAC. Like, even when I'm on holiday, because I cannot live without it anymore. All my staff at the shoe shop, I bought to-do list books for them. You must write to-do lists. Because I don't like when I give people responsibilities. Okay, today, this is your task. And I tell you with my mouth, and you don't write it down. And tomorrow, I don't hear about it. But if you're writing it down, you can go back. Oh, Lola asked me to do this. Follow up. Just what I'm saying. Don't live your life without a to-do list. Don't do it. If you don't want a physical one, put it on your phone. Another thing, set alarms. Okay, alarms for specific activities that you know are very, very important, or reminders to do a particular thing. And when you hear that alarm, hear this. Oh, when you hear that alarm, you jump, you move. Sometimes we hear the alarm and I'm like, okay, let me just spend 5 more minutes or 3 more minutes on this thing. See, that's where problem is to start. That's where problem is to enter. One tip I learned from my partner: once he hears the alarm, he doesn't just get up from bed. He flies. From my sleep, I feel him fly out of bed. He jumps out of bed just so that there will be no excuse for him to not do that work that day. Do you understand what I'm saying? So in achieving some sort of, well, should I call it quote unquote balance-ish, if you set alarms and as soon as the alarm goes off, you leave what you're doing and do that your next task, makes it easier for you. It doesn't mean that things will not get derailed or something weird won't come up or your child won't fall sick or somebody won't interrupt your day. It doesn't mean, but it just means that when they interrupt, you can take that task that you're not able to complete. Either you take it to the next day. Do you understand? Instead of just saying, oh, I'm so busy, my day is so packed, my day is jam-packed, oh my God, there's so many appointments. Sometimes people just are always forming busy. By the time they sit down and they write down their task, they realize that, oh, this one I don't need to do, or this one I've already done. Another thing, don't be so hard on yourself. Life happens, sis. Life happens, bro. So the days that you've planned everything out and it didn't work, it's fine, it's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself. I mean, if COVID and lockdown taught me anything, is that I should not be so hard on myself. If it didn't happen, then it's fine. I'll do it the next day. It's okay, and it's going to be okay. One thing my dad taught me during lockdown, and my dad's one of the hardest workers that I've ever met in my life. Like all my drive, I got it from him. My dad said that lockdown, the way he did his own was that every day he only sets one task. If I achieve this task today, I'm okay. So your to-do list, don't overpack it. If you overpack it will be unrealistic. It won't work. Just say 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. I'm going to be doing this. And once it's that time, go ahead, do it. Once you do it, cross it out. If that's the only thing you do for that day, at least you can beat your chest and say, I achieved something today. I took a step closer to my goals today. So let me give you a practical example. One of my goals is to post YouTube videos on my channel twice a week. Today I wrote shoot YouTube video. If that's the only thing I had done today, although there are other things, but if that's the only thing I had done today, I would be satisfied knowing that I had taken one step closer to achieving my goal of posting 2 YouTube videos every week. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just put the most important thing right now. At the back of my to-do list book, I have things that are upcoming, things that need to happen later. So when I achieve one of my present tasks, I go there, I take one thing from my upcoming task, I add it to my present day task. I keep it moving. Now, another thing you can do is on days that for days that you're able to achieve maybe 3 out of your top 5 tasks, reward yourself. It mustn't be with food though, please though, because maybe one of your goals is that you want to eat less or you want to eat healthier. It mustn't be with food. Reward yourself maybe with a nice movie, maybe with like an hour on Netflix, something that relaxes you, time at the spa. Reward yourself when you achieve. Maybe you can set goals for a day, and then if you feel like, okay, I achieved 80% of my goals today, reward yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. Another thing, prioritize your goals. You know that this particular task is more important than this other task. Do the more important one first. This is something that me and Susan is the person who helps me at home. Susan is amazing, by the way. But this is something that me and Susan fought about constantly. Susan will have 3 things to do. She knows the most important one that she needs to do so that she can have a more successful day. But Susan will do the least important task first. Why don't you prioritize? This is the most important one. This is the one that if I do it, I'll have the most sense of accomplishment. This is the one that if I do it, the rest of my day would sort of be easier and lighter. Do that one first. And then, finally, and let me tell you, this is the most important part of this video. Oh, by the way, if you're enjoying this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Me, I don't know how other people do it, but me, I find that my life is most balanced or most, I don't know, content and most peaceful when I'm in tune with my Father. When I am spending time with God, when I am praying every day, that is when my life has the most harmony. That's when I know how best to manage opposition or tough things that hit me. That's when I'm not afraid when my day doesn't go as planned or my life is not as balanced as I hoped it would be that day. That's when I'm able to remind myself that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. As the word of God says in Philippians 4:13. That's when I'm able to remind myself that I should be anxious for nothing, but with prayer and petition, I should make all my requests known to God. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I'm spending time with God, when things come that should derail my day, that should derail my week, I'm able to remind myself about the truth from the word of God. because I'm spending time with God. So I don't know how else to tell you this, but the Holy Spirit, God, spending time with God, this whole relationship with God, for me, that's the biggest key. It's a major key in achieving contentment and harmony and happiness and fulfillment and balance. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you guys again soon. Love you. Bye.